Hello. Sorry, guys, there was a bit of hiccup. My kids are on holiday, so hi. How are you, guys? Welcome. You're welcome, guys. Please share the link. Share the link, guys. Share the link, and let's get started. Welcome, guys. Share the link. Let's get started. Welcome. Welcome. Good morning. Hi, Okuchi. How have you been? It's been a while. How have you been? Good morning, Mohammed. All right, I've seen my first two candidates. Good morning, Okuchi, Mohammed. Share the link, guys, and hit that like button. Let's get this thing up. We're just 5 in class. Joyce, how are you? Joyce Chad, how are you? Good morning. First three people, Okuchi, Mohammed, Joyce. If you have assets, name them now. I want to start with those that have come in class. Okuchi, what do you want to look at? Just leave gold for me. Leave gold for me. What do you want to look at? Okay. EJ. Oh, we already hit. Did you take that EJ? I'm telling you. Did you take that EJ on Friday? EJ in profit. EJ in profits. We took it now. I dropped it in the Telegram channel on Friday. EJ is in profit, almost at TP. I think I set my TP around there. It has even taken my TP. Oh no. Why now? You have to be very active on the Telegram channel. I dropped this live. Go and check it in the Telegram channel. I dropped it. We got him from here. We got him from there. So if you what you'll be doing now is looking for another entry, and it has to sweep this low first. All right, before you can get another entry, or you simply wait, use your fib and wait for it to come back to either the 61.50, that's 177.5, or it comes back in here at 177.826. I dropped it in the Telegram channel. Yeah, you have to be more active on the Telegram channel, back to back. All right, is there another one you want us to look at? Mohammed, please drop your assets. Okay, so let's see what gold is doing. While you guys are thinking about your assets to drop, let's see what gold is doing. I hope everybody can see my screen. You can hear me. Everything is clear. Everything is clear. Okay, Mohammed said EU. Mohammed said EU. Joyce said BTC. Okay, so let's do them first. Let's go to EU. Let's see. I've been watching EU for quite some time. It never came back. Oh, it did? It never came back. Then I left this one. So it actually did, and it hit CP straight. Oh, wow. It came back here and hit TP straight. Wow. For those that are not seeing it, it's here. Hit TP straight. Did it? Yes. Okay, wait, hold on. Hold on. I'm not sure anymore. But that's an old one. So I'm going to start from the beginning to look at EU for Mohammed. All right. Hi, Sophia. How are you? Hi, Tosin. Welcome. So I'm just going to clear everything. All right. I'm just going to clear everything. And we start from the beginning. Yeah, first of all, I'm DXY. We are not sure what DXY is doing. It's crazy. A lot of people are staying away from USD pairs currently because of the instability going on with the dollar. All right, because of the instability going on with the dollar, people are trading stuff like AUD, CHF, AUD, NZD, whatever. All right, but let's look at what it's doing on EU. EU is the most peaceful thing to trade, if you ask me. But as if Trump will allow us rest. So what are you seeing on the monthly? You're obviously, I always like to start from the monthly for those that know me, because I get to see that I get to see happening from the onset. All right, it's a clear uptrend on the month. If we are selling on it, so we know that okay, currently took off from this zone, which seems to, because I like to use my fib, it's a good discount zone to have taken off from to continue the buy. All right, so I'm just going to mark there as a good zone. All right. Okay, is that clear? Just follow me step by step. Now we know it is bullish on the monthly. Okay. But on the weekly, we can see it is bearish. All right. We can see it is bearish. So we cannot ignore that we have a bearish trend on the next time frame. Now, if it is bearish, let's mark it out. We have the high, the low, the high. There is also a move here if we drop down time frames, just to let you know. Okay, just to let you know, there's also a trend down here if you go down another time frame. So let's look at it, and okay, we can clearly see this trend. Okay, this trend going down. Now, it's going up from here, but it's going to definitely collide with a selling zone, a sell zone. Why? Because this is all the way the move down here. Okay, and using my fib, I always use my fib. She has clearly gotten into a sell zone on the daily time frame, a sell zone here. Okay, that's a sell zone. My beningin zone. All right, that's a sell zone. So now looking at this, we are getting closer to the market, because every time you market spot, you get closer to the market, to what the current market is doing. All right, every time you market spot, get closer to the market. Now this is the daily. It's been bullish, but remember, it's entered a sell zone. But is it ready to sell? We'll find out. So let's go to the 8-hour. Let's see. So before you know if it's ready to sell, you want to be looking at what is happening on the left side of the chart. All right, you want to see what's happening. So here, this is the 8-hour time frame. We can see the market was rallying up like that. Okay, we can see that clearly. Now what's she doing? Although she hasn't broken major structure on this 8-hour time frame, because this is my major structure, I want to see it broken before I'm sure of a sell. We would definitely see major structure being broken on a smaller time frame. Okay, so let's look at the 4-hour, or we just follow the trend. Okay, now look at the 4-hour. What are we seeing? we look to the left. Okay, what are we seeing? We are clearly seeing what? A broken major structure around here. All right. And since then, the market has been rallying down. Okay. Since then, the market has been rallying down. Always get closer to the market, because if not, you get confused. All right. So we see, let me mark it out with my marker. We have that. We have, sorry, take this down. We have that. We have that. We have that. We have that. Okay, and here it broke this major structure here. You can clearly see the major structure has been broken here. Major structure was broken here. Okay, now it created a flip zone, which is between here and here, and see, it's respected that flip zone. It broke another structure here. Mind you, this is the 4-hour time frame, so we know that EU is definitely selling. All right, it's selling. It's definitely selling. All right, on smaller time frames from the 4-hour, we can see it is selling. Now, how do we join this sell? You can even see smaller trends for smaller time frames. So you just have to be focused and follow the story. All right, you can see smaller time frame trends there. This is also a trend. Just spot the trend. This is a trend here. Very crazy one at that. This is a trend here. To be honest, I want to see it come up here, but let's see how it looks on the 4-hour. I'm going to be zooming in on that. I hope everyone can still see my screen. Okay, now you can clearly pick the BOS. It's creating lower lows and lower highs on the 2-hour time frame. Sorry, don't I use weird time frames. I like to see everything happening. All right, I use weird time frames. I like to see everything happening. Why does it look like the light is changing on my screen? I don't know what's happening. All right, so you can clearly see your break of structure happening. Okay, so this was the move. I'm just going to draw it so you can see the schematics of things. Yes, well, it came here and started doing stuff like that. To me, this is my major break of structure. All these ones are just distractions. Now I'm just going to pull my fib from here to the low. And I know I want to see the market pull up again. But people on the smaller time frame would have been catching their this thing. They would have been catching their cells sharply. Okay, so this area, I'm just going to delete my fib. All right. Now I'm waiting for the market. Sorry, I'm waiting for the market to. Ooh, what just happened? I'm waiting for the market to pull up to this zone before I sell again. I keep deleting the wrong thing. Okay, just to be safe, I want to see the market pull up to this zone. All right, before I sell again. This is the 2-hour time frame. So yeah, if you even check, this pullback wasn't good enough. This pullback wasn't good enough. It didn't pull back enough to the premium zone. All right, but things happen. Sometimes it will just continue. But to be safe, it's either it moves from here. I would like to see it come up even further into the premium zone for that next drop. Because if you check, this break of structure did not pull back before. There was no good pullback into this zone. Let's say the market did not reach here. Give me a second. Let me just show you guys something. Okay. So let's say the market had not broken this low. Okay. We will be waiting for the market to come into this zone for the next sell. Something keeps changing. Oh, okay. The ceiling lights. Okay. Or into this area. But what did it do? It just did shakara, and then it decided to come down even more. You see, thereby confusing a lot of people. All these ones are confusion, if you ask me. But people on smaller time frames, they'll be feeling good with themselves that they took a trade. But EU to me is not ready. In all honesty, I want to see a serious pullback before I can get in for a sell. But yes, the EU is currently selling. Okay, so I like this zone better. It doesn't mean it won't react to this zone. Yes, it could react, but I want to see it come up here. That's a fair value gap, or into this zone here. Yeah, this is better. All right, is it clear for EU? So far so good. EU is not ready for me. I'm not ready for EU. I want to see it pull back in there before the next drop. Okay, it's careful. You have to be careful. Don't just jump on the trades. This is the 2 hour and it looks like this. So you see, I want to see a proper pullback, pull up into that zone. Now, I know a lot of people will be saying, why can't we take the buy into the pull up? Well, if you see structures for a buy, that's if you see that it breaks this high here, then you can take the buy into the zone. But so far, so good. It's just going down. If it breaks this zone, then you know you want to buy from that zone up to your sell zone and start selling. Okay, so we have two possible sell zones here and here. All right, this place looks good. Why? This first one looks good. But if you're the type of person that want to see a rejection before going in, that will be perfect. After all, this is liquidity right here. Okay, so you have liquidity, you have a gap, you have a nice, what they call it here, nice breaker block here, more like volume imbalance. Some people will call it volume imbalance. Yes. So yeah, here. So this zone looks good at 1.15900. So I'm just going to tell you to wait. Sell limit. It might not come back up there, but it's safer to wait there. I'd rather miss the trade than lose my money. Sell limit, and jump into the trade when it's not ready to. So the sell limit is, I like this zone better. 1 point. Why? Because there's something to it. You can clearly see other structures in it. Let me look at the 2 hours so you can see very well. There are some structures, the gap, there's a gap here. Besides the gap, okay. Besides the gap, you can clearly see, if I had dropped it to the 15, let's see whether we can see more structure. There's a gap there. I like this one here too. Something is here, like a volume imbalance. So I like that as well. Even here, you can clearly see a change of character here, more like a, breaker block around this zone. So yeah, I like this 1.16 thousand. All right, 1.16 thousand. All right, 1.16 thousand, around that area for my next sell. But it's not ready. Trust me. The buy is not even ready as well. You don't want to just jump in. It's just consolidating here. You don't want to jump into that, except you're trading small time frames. I wouldn't advise my newbies. Please don't do that. It's only people that have really stayed in this market that can trade small time frames and get involved with structures like that. So I want to see the market really pull up, sweep this liquidity we are seeing here, enter into this zone. This is the closest POI to this liquidity. That's why I'm picking it. That's one of it. It's the closest POI to the liquidity. I'm seeing gaps. I'm seeing a change of character in that zone. I'm seeing that as if you drop it to a smaller time frame. So this looks very good to wait for. All right. So I have my confluence. So I want to see it come up to this zone for EU. The next person says BTC. BTC. Let's look at BTC. BTC has also been selling. I want to see Binance. I want to see Binance. So let's start from the beginning. I don't want to clear my chart for BTC. I want to clear my chart for BTC. Yeah, let me do it on Coinbase. Coinbase is another good one. All right, so let's look at the weekly. Let's look at everything together. So BTC, all right, one of my favorites. In fact, my favorite crypto to trade. All right, so we clearly see it's been an uptrend on a high time frame. All right, smash that like button, guys. Share the link. Smash the like button so that we can push the algorithm to push this thing further and help my ministry in this YouTube channel. I beg. So what are we seeing? We are seeing a constant rise to the top. All right, we are seeing let me just clear everything. No problem. All right, we are seeing a constant rise to the top, and this was the last break of structure here. All right, that was the last break of structure here. So just by looking at this, just by looking at this, in all honesty, if I just pull my fib, it tells me where to wait for the next buy. So I'm seeing BTC drop into the 194 zone. So there are two zones. I always tell you, below the 50%, the discount zones is coming to here or it's coming to this zone here. All right. Yeah. BTC is really, really dropping. I don't even have to think too much. I can just clearly see the zone is coming to. All right. So BTC is currently selling. The question is, do you want to join the sell? Of course you want to join the sell. Now we're just going to look at let's see the daily. Let's see what we can catch. Okay. BTC is not my friend during the weekdays. It can be so slow. I remember the last time I came out of the trade and then it pushed and went my way. So, okay. So we are looking for sells. I want to map out the break of structure to the downside. All right. I want to map out my break of structures to the downside. And that was a clear break here. All right. That was my clear break there. I can't shout. Yeah, it came into a good premium zone here. I started dropping again. So I'm going to drop time frames again. Drop time frames again. 12 hour, 8 hour. So I'm seeing my structure, a smaller time frame structure. Yeah. Yeah, so this is what's happening. It's dropping, dropping, dropping. How do we enter this now? I need to see a pullback. It started going down. Hey, I need a pullback for me to get in on this sell. Unless you're going to look at the smaller time frame. Hold up, let me check something. Yeah, so we have to wait for a pullback too. I can't just jump in on this sell, but at least we know we're looking at the high time frame. We know that BTC is still dropping. It's just to look for the right opportunity to get in for a sell, into this zone. Once you get to the 100K, I think you should take your money. For those that are already in this trade, all right, this is where BTC has been dropping from since then. So BTC has a tendency of going to 96K, 100K, 96K. That's what I'm seeing. We didn't stress ourselves. We just looked at the structure. It has to come down to a discount zone at least before it will continue the buy. So yeah, BTC is currently selling. Okay, currently selling. It hasn't broken this low too. So yeah, I want to see it break that low. All right. So this is a dicey one. It's not ready. We need to see a good pullback. Okay. This is even the 1 hour time frame. I'm still not seeing anything to wait for. I would want to see it pull back very well. Stop at the 4 hour. Yeah, I want to see a complete pullback. It hasn't even broken this low. I need to see it take out this low. Then I'm looking for a pullback to continue. All right. Is it clear? Who asked for it? Joyce. Joyce, is it clear? BTC is not ready, but she's selling, and there's a potential for BTC. With just technical analysis, you could clearly see it. I didn't have to look at anything. I just had to pull my fib, and I'm seeing that, oh, yes, it's bullish, but it has to pull back well to continue the move. So there's a tendency that BTC is going to 196K, okay? Going to 100, between 100 and 96K. Oh, is it clear? Joyce, that was for you. Um, Mohammed, I did EU already. Okay, okay. I did EU already. Beautiful. Okuchi, you've not come up with a new one. It's very clear. All right, beautiful. Beautiful. All right. So, yeah, let's move on. I don't think Okuchi has decided another asset. I don't think so. Okuchi has not decided another asset since. So, let's look at gold, please. I'm dying to look at gold. We've been chopping gold back to back to back. How about that? We've been chopping gold back to back to back. Mm. Gold is sweet, I bet. Gold is sweet. And I'm so addicted right now. Like every other thing is not, it's so slow and sluggish for me. Gold don't hook me for throat. Everything is so slow and sluggish for me right now. Okay, this is Saxo. Let me see. Oh, and all right. Okay, I think I can use this one to analyze. So I'm just going to clear everything and let's look at it holistically. All right. I don't like Oanda. I prefer FXCM. But another thing is better to actually look at everything. This is Saxo. Where's FXCM? I can use forex.com as well. Forex.com. Hold up. Let me get forex.com. I like forex.com. O and A. Yeah. All right. This is good. So this is forex.com. Now we can. All right. So let's look at gold on a clean slate. Listen, I believe that. Okay, Okuchi, I'll be right back with you. So I believe that technical is king. Okay. Yes, gold is a very sentimental something. It goes a lot with fundamental, but somehow I don't know how God does it. Technicals, you see, technicals, once you can get an idea on what the technicals is doing, then you are good to go. All right. Okuchi, you're looking for a buy. Don't worry. Don't worry. I'll look at it. That buy is not ready if you ask me. I wouldn't buy unless you want to buy a pullback to continue the sell. All right. So now we're looking at gold. Let's look at the daily. Now, there are different stories gold is telling on different time frames. Now, if you look at the weekly, this is a new week. If you look at the weekly, I'm going to open the candles for you. All right, because you need to be very, very sure what is happening. You can clearly see a gap that the market came to fill. All right, can clearly see, and it reacted nicely from this gap. It reacted nicely. Don't stop smashing the like button, please, and share the link if you can. So you can see it's reacting nicely to that fair value gap, right? Or to that imbalance. Okay, the ICT students call it fair value gap. It's fine. Anything you want to call it. All right. And you can clearly see it's reacting nicely to that zone, which is why a lot of us are still looking at buys. All right. They are still looking at buys. Okay. So let's just what now we've seen, okay, it's reacting in the fair value gap. You come down to the daily. All right. Come down to the daily. All right. Question. From that zone, what is really happening? Well, I can't see much on the daily. I can't see much on the daily, but I can see every other thing. I can see every other thing here. Okay. I can see every other thing. Now there's a zone here. Okay. Which a lot of people might love to call the breaker block. Now, why is it the breaker block? I'm just going to extend this just to be sure to see. I like to see, yes, there was a sweep right there. Okay, there was a sweep right there. All right, there was a sweep right there. Then there was a break right here. So typical M's, yeah. All right, so this is a breaker block right here. Now, or the middle of the extended M. It doesn't matter, whatever you want to call it. If I pull this here, now aside that, there's even a gap here. So I'm just marking what I see. All right. So that zone is dangerous. I'm looking at it. But however, let's continue from what is going on here. Now, we haven't seen a clear move. We just know that something is happening here. It looks like a consolidation, like because it has not given us new highs or new lows. It's just making noise there. So let's look at it on the 12 hour. Let's look at it small, small. All right, let's look at it small, small. I'm just going to bring this down a bit, or let me remove it. We know we are concentrating on this zone. We just know we are concentrating on that zone. Why? Because that zone is what took off from the fair value gap. You can even see it here. This is the 12 hour. You can see it here. Okay. Now let's look at the 8 hour. And if you don't have subscription on TradingView, you might not be able to see all these time frames, which is important for you to subscribe. Okay, which is very important for you to subscribe. All right. Now, what do you think is happening? Truth be told, it looks like it's been moving up, right, since it touched this thing, which is why a lot of us are still buying. Okay, you can clearly see it's been moving up from that fair value gap we saw where on the 12 hour, on the daily time frame. We saw that thing a long time ago, more like a weekly time frame. We saw that gap. So it's reacting nicely, giving us a higher high and higher low. Just bear with me. Just bear with me. Follow the story, small, small. Okay. Learn how to just analyze by following. It's a story. The charts always tell you a story. You just need to be very, very attentive. Okay, so now I'm going to go down to the 4 hour. Don't be distracted by anything. What are you seeing? You are seeing higher highs and higher lows. You are seeing what? Higher highs and higher lows. That was the next high. Now, of course, you want to see this market pull back into another discount zone to continue the move. All right. So without even shouting, that was the last move. And I'm just going to mark the break of structure here. Okay. Follow me. I hope you're with me. If you're with me, put some fives in the chat box. Are you with me? I want you to follow me. All right. Follow me gently. We are getting there. Now I'm just going to pull my fee, which is why I want this thing to buy, which is why a lot of people are buying. But there's a confusion in the market. We are seeing sales as well. But remember, the major thing is buying. This is a zone below the 50 is a good zone. Another zone here. So these are both these are my discount zones. These are my discount zone. And what did the market do? The market came into this zone. All right, and hasn't broken this low that came in since, which is why I've been looking for buys. Okay, which is why I've been looking for buys. You get me? Now I've been looking for buys because you can clearly see. Now let's look at a smaller time frame to look for structure. Now we are looking for structure. We are looking for structure, right? Good. We are looking for structure. Now, if you look, you are still seeing higher highs and higher lows. But look at this move here. This move will confuse a lot of newbies. It will. So let's go down to a 1 hour time frame. Now, look at this beauty, which is why a lot of us are still buying. Okay. Now, from here, what happened? It gave us a change of character, or a breaker block was created. Why? It broke this place. Now, it didn't just do that. From here, although it hasn't been able to break this zone here, which is the next zone for us to say, oh, this thing has started moving. It did this one, right? You can clearly see it. I'm going to draw it out for you. It did this one here and broke through. Okay? It did that. Now, it came back to this zone. And in fact, I don't know. It's now I'm even seeing it because, I mean, there was mad liquidity here. Mad liquidity. Mad liquidity that was created here. All right? And there's a rejection block here. Don't worry. I'll be teaching rejection blocks to my students. There's a rejection block here, something rejecting here. More, you can call it anything you want to call it, but there's something that you can see weeks like that. This place, weeks. I pulled it back. It came back there and it cleared liquidity. Perfect setup. Usually my kind of setup. Cleared liquidity. Tapped into that zone. And what did it do again? You can clearly see it has given us a spike above here. So question is, do you want to buy or do you want to sell? In all honesty, I feel the people buying are at a better side of the market than people selling. The people buying are at a better side, on the better side of the market than the people selling. All right, because we have seen that the market has been rallying up, and right now everything is shaky just to confuse people. Now let's see. Let me see what's happening on the 30, 45. Let me see 45. I like to see the 45. Okay. It just wicked above. Nothing here. Nothing here. Let's see 30. Okay. All right. Now on the 30, 30 is saying there's a clean break above here. Okay. Which is another what? Another church. Another breaker block that was formed here. All right. Now, if this was formed here, and I mean, you've seen a breakup structure, I told you this is all I use. I use this is all I use, but it has to be activated. Now, I want to see the market come back here. This is the 30 minutes time frame. I want to see the market come back here. Sometimes gold will just not give it to you. Gold will just not give it to you most times, but it's fine. It's better to miss the trade than to lose your money. All right, it's better to miss the trade than to lose your money. So I'm waiting to see this market come down here or this zone here. All right, before I take any step. Before I take any step. Now, without further ado, you can clearly see this beautiful gap here. Oh, this is a nice one. This is a gap. If this one that has internal gap here, this zone is solid. It's possible that the zone it will just come into this zone and take off. It's a solid zone. It's a real solid zone. Let me see how it looks on the 15. Okay. Now it's doing a bit of consolidation here. I want to see it sell into this area. Okay. I want to see it sell into this area. The 15 minutes is not even as sweet. Okay. On the 15 minutes, I see that that zone is a breaker block here. All right. I see a breaker block there. So I want to see this market come here, all right, and take off or pull back even further to this zone. All right, let me see the 5 minutes. 5 minutes. Tell me what I'm doing wrong, what I'm doing right. Oh, this is my QM zone. Everybody that knows me knows that this is my 3976. I want to see the market come back to 3976. Oh, we took a trade from there over the night. Over the night we took a trade and we woke up to profit, and I had to tell everybody close the trade because I saw that there was a possibility it could go lower, so we left the trade. But yeah, I like this zone 39 between the 3976. Yeah, this zone looks good, very good. That's the zone to wait for, between the 3976 and yeah, this is where I'll wait. And 3976 and 3981. Between this area, I'm just going to put it out there. Okay. So let's make that yeah, I'm trying to make the SL very small by dropping time frames. All right. Yeah. So we have different So your first TP should be this zone, which is the 4,000. Let me make it straight. That zone there. All right. The 4K zone. So you can take your first profit at the 4K. Once it drops into that zone, you take your profit at the 4K. And second TP, the 4K 15, 4,015. All right. Third TP, 4,030. I love the way it's giving me good vibes. 4,000, 4,015, 4,030. Makes sense, yeah? And then the last one, the last one, the last one is, oh, there's another one here. 4,015, 4,045 straight. Yeah, that's it. So this is what I'm seeing. Okay, this is what I'm seeing. I want to see the market pull back in here. All right. And take off. That's what I'm saying. So I'm just going to write it out. Buy limit. See why I love gold. Clear. I don't care what the news is saying right now. I'm just going to go with what I see on the chart. So I'm seeing 3978. 3978.91. More like 397. Yeah, 3979. But that's fine. 3978. 3978.91. More like 3979. Let's round it off. 3979. SL is 3974. That's 50 pips SL. 3974. TP, I'm going to increase it. Don't worry. Before people will bite me. Wait. Can you see it now? Can you see? Is it clear? Can I get some reactions in the chat box? Don't stop tapping the like button, please. Don't stop tapping the like button. Share the link if you can. For those interested, we have TP 30 and 4,000 TP. We have 4,015 TP 4,015. We have TP 4,030, and we have TP 4035 45. Is it clear, guys? Are you with me? So, yeah, it's clear. Great. So I'll be dropping this in the Telegram channel. Join my Telegram channel via the link on my bio. Then you can see this on the Telegram channel. Okay. The link in the description. In the description, you'll see the Telegram channel. So I'm waiting for this thing to pull back nicely so we can get in for that buy. Some people are already selling. They know themselves if they are here. My very good friends, they know themselves. Some people are already selling. They're selling they know where they're selling to. Leave those ones, they know what they're doing. All right. But we'll wait for it to come to our zone and we kick off. All right. We kick off. So it's clear? All right. Beautiful. What again today? What's the time? Let me see that I've not overstayed. I have some calls. All right, so we have 10 more minutes. So I want to look at one word one. US 30 NAS. No, okay, yeah. I need to answer Okuchi. Yes, Okuchi. Let's answer Okuchi. Okuchi, it's almost at the TP now. Now, Okuchi, let's look at this together from the monthly. I wish you had taken that trade. Let's see what EJ is really doing. All right. I like to look at it from the Mwah. It's clear. Thank you. All right. So now we're looking at EJ, and let's do it for Okuchi. Okuchi is saying, why don't we buy from here? Well, I'm going to tell you. Now, the what are you seeing on the this is the last low, okay? It's been bearish. It's been bearish, yeah? It's been bearish. All right, it's been bearish right there. That was the last move to the downside. All right. Now, what happened? Baby came up here and broke structure, broke major structure. What does it say? It's telling us the trend has shifted. All right, here from here, the trend has shifted. That's the major church. It has shifted. All right. Now, since then, you can clearly see it's been unable to break that low. All right. Instead, from that zone, it's been giving us what? From that zone, after giving us the chart, higher highs and higher lows. All right. It's been giving us, hey, it can't break this one here, safe. This is still, we're still on the monthly. Oh. We have not gone anywhere. We're still on the monthly. All right. Now, like I always say, always look at what's happening on the left. So remember, we had a bullish trend, sorry. All right. And each bearish trend have their sell zones. There's a sell, whether I like it or not, there's a sell zone here. All right. There's a sell zone here. So each bearish move has their sell zone. All right. There was a sell zone there. Okay. There's a sell zone here as well. How do we find our sell zone? I always tell you, use your fib and stop shouting. You don't even need to stress. Use your fib and you see that it actually came to a sell zone. Okay, so there's a sell zone here. It will surely react to the sell zone. But what is it doing? It's reacting to continue the buy. All right, it's reacting to continue the buy. But remember, we are just in the monthly. Let's look at what's happening on the weekly. We always come closer to the market. Okay, now, yes, we know it hit a sell zone, but is it really ready to sell? How do we know it is ready to sell? We want to see break of structure. We want to see change of character. We want to see all those things that will tell us, yo, the sellers are coming into the market. So let's look at the daily time frame. Yeah, you know, it's so funny. Someone joined my Telegram channel. Let me give you guys one small apropos. Someone joined my Telegram channel. I don't know you from Adam. You joined my Telegram channel. And then I dropped this trade on Friday. And the person sent me a personal message because I always drop my DM link so you can send me a direct message on Telegram if you took the trade. And someone had the guts to tell me, how did you enter this trade? And I'm like, really? Take the signal and go. If you want to learn, you know what to do. If you don't have money, come to my YouTube and watch me trade. Go to my videos are there. Free. Some people are just, I don't know. Anyways, it's fine. So is it ready for the sell? Let's look. Is it ready for the sell? Besides, you have to understand that there was a bullish trend to the sell zone. Don't ever forget. There was a bullish trend to the sell zone. So we have to be aware that there was a bullish trend to the sell zone. And like I said, once you see a trend, just mark out all the possible zone. There was a big ass gap here. Big ass gap, I tell you. So just mark out all your possible zones as well. But let's see. The question, was he ready to sell? That was the question. Now I've come to the and I'm here in the 12-hour time frame. Okay. I was able to decipher that it was going to sell from very small, tiny sell. Oh, look at this baby. Okuchi, now, does this answer your question? This was where we took TPO. The thing is still dropping. All right. You see why you don't just jump in for the buys? That buy is not ready. Why? Because you can see it hasn't approached any buy zone. Like I said, once you see the opposing trend, you look for the next zone on the buy zones on the opposing trend before you can jump in. All right. Now, this is the 12-hour. Let's see it. Let's see it. All right, that was the last break of structure up. It didn't really pull back. So after breaking this structure, mm, we know that this thing didn't pull back to continue the buy. It just came here, created liquidity for people that will be taken out. All right, and give us a new high. All right. Now, people will be thinking to buy here is a good idea. No, it's not a good idea. That thing did not pull back to a discount zone before it took off. It's not a good idea. You shouldn't be looking for buys there. You want to see the thing. Once you see a trend, stick to what you see. Yeah. You want to see, and I've taught you this several Okuchi. You're supposed to have known this by now. This thing did not pull back well. So why will I be looking for buys at this zone? That's a trap. Can't look for buys there. That's a joke. You're going to be trapped. Now, see, the thing has it's sold and stopped everybody that started buying from here. Now, let's look at it 6 hour. Now, I'm going to look for where we'll buy. Clearly, this is the move. Okay, this is the move from this high, from this low to this high. Okay, we can pull it all the way. Okay, big gap. It's definitely coming to fill this gap. All right, it's definitely coming for this gap. There's liquidity right before the gap. Look at, okay, there's liquidity before the gap. So I'll be waiting to see it come to the 174 before I buy. If not, I'm still looking for how to sell, how to join this sell. All right, that is why we are not buying now. It has to pull back. You should be buying at discount zones. You need to be buying at discount zones. You're not going to be buying at the middle. No, it has not pulled back enough to the discount zone. Hmm? So we have to wait for that. We have to wait for that. It hasn't pulled back enough to the discount zone. And once you can see what's happening on the high time frame, stay there. Don't confuse yourself. Unless you want to take a counter trend to the next zone, don't move from there. For newbies, start like that. I promise you, it will be easier. If you see a structure on the 12 hour, all right, and you know that you're waiting for a buy on that 12 hour, you can now go to like a daily time, go to like the 8 hour or 6 hour or 4 hour and look to see if the sell is ready to drop into your buy zone. You can now take that sell, but you'll be mindful of where you are waiting for the buy. Even if you saw that buy in the 12 hours, stay there. Okay. Because the market, even if you see buys now, you might see, because I understand what Okuchi did. She might have been seeing this thing here. She might have been seeing this trend here. Okay, this trend here. And one is because you've not seen what's happening on the high time frame. Happening on the high time frame. At times, the zones might work for us. Like, look at this zone. That is why I think my first TP was around here. That okay, this thing might decide to push the market. But you will know that definitely if it pushes the market, is a good, sometimes the market can decide, okay, I want to go up from here. But it's safer to wait where, I mean, this gap is too much. It's safer to wait. You know what I'm saying? Wait for extra confirmation. Are you sure it's ready to buy from this zone? Are you sure? Sometimes it decides to work from here, but that's not the real deal, especially if you're coming from high time frame. Okay, that's not the real deal. We are seeing that was the break structure here. So you need to see pull back down. So that's why you have to have your top down analysis, because I promise you, people that started from 15 minutes to look at this thing, they are wondering why we are not buying here. Do you get my point? People that started seeing this thing on the 1 hour, they are wondering why we are not buying from here, because they are clearly seeing an uptrend. They are clearly seeing an uptrend. So they are wondering why are we not buying. And then look at this beautiful other block brouhaha going on here. They're wondering why are we not buying here. But that's because they are not looking at the high time frames. All right. That's why your top-down analysis is very important. So once you see something awkward on that up time, on that higher time frame, just stay there and then follow the market, the story of the market. Okay. So it's not ready. It's instead I would continue to look for sales. It's not ready. I want to see it come down for the next buy. It might not even come down all the way here, but because I'm seeing this zone and this liquidity is really attractive, these spikes here, it might want to just sweep that liquidity and dump into this zone. So if you know what I'm saying. So yeah, I'll be looking for how to clear that lead. It could take off from here. This is a good discount zone as well. This area here. Okay. But that area is where liquidity is formed. You can clearly see that liquidity. Let me reduce that right there. Let me delete this so that you can see it clearly. You see that this week here, these 2 weeks here, they look like liquidity very close into this zone. So yeah, all right, I'll be careful. I'll be really careful. This sell is at least coming for this liquidity here. How do we join the sell is the question. How do we join the sell is the question. Let me draw it right. Yeah. So how do we join the sell into this zone is the real question here, okay? Don't look for buys there. It's not pulled back. I mean, Okuchi, are you still here with me? I hope you understand why. Okay. So yeah, that's it. That's why we are not. Is it clear? If it's clear, please drop some fives in the chat box. Let me know that we are communicating. I think we're done already. Only 3 more minutes. So, do you have questions you want to ask me? Do you have anything you want to say? I'm currently already running a class for people that are intermediate traders, those that already know how to trade, but they are still stuck somehow. Please, I just want everybody to endure. Time will come. It is a matter of the mind. Just keep going. There's no how God will put something in your heart to chase like that. And he doesn't know that you cannot kill it. He knows definitely you can overcome. So please just keep going one step at a time. Some people feel at a point in your journey, you start feeling that, oh, it's capital, it's capital. It's not capital. I mean, if you can manage $100 and grow it steady, you will see something happening. If you can manage $50 and grow it small, small with your 0.01, you're building your discipline. Then when you are ready now to face capital, you can go for prop firms. I like one particular prop firm because they do payouts for me and my mentees, and that is a 10 trade. It's on my description is right there. The link is right there, and I have their office is very close to my house. I know where to go and hold them. So I love 10 trade. They pay out nicely, but trust me, most of the time it's not capital that is your problem. Okay, from one trader to another. I'm telling you, once you can master growing a $50 account, a $100 account, and just grow it piece by piece, even if it's $20 you're making every week on that account, it is your patience is growing. I'm a very impatient person, but I'm not going to lie to you guys. I have learned patience in this game. It will be growing, and then you'll be growing in small, small. Even if it's $10 you're making every day or every week, you make it, you just go and sleep. You're winning. You've become profitable in your own level. Don't let anybody kid you. It's not by only buying Lamborghini. It's not by having money until the money is big enough to buy a house that you're profitable. That's a freaking lie. If you can make your $5 a day, you have become profitable. You are now consistently profitable because you're seeing that $5 a day. You're not working for anybody. You're pressing it from your phone. Please, please, everybody, don't be under the pressure. Take your time. This is my 5th year. Okay, it's beginning to make sense. And every time I'm still learning because every time I show up, I come on the chats. I'm learning something new that I will still come back and shout, oh, where are my mentees? Oh, I've learned something new. Come, oh, you understand? So please just take it easy and don't no pressure. If this is what you're depending on, then you've already lost. So your stream of income, we're entitled to 7 streams of income, by the way. So you have to have a stream of income so that you can do another business. I mean, take it as a business. There is risk. So you have to have something, okay? You have to have something. Oh, 10 trade is on the link, the description is on my, check the description. I have it there. Okay. This description of all my videos, even this one, once I finish, it will be recorded here. Everything I've taught to be recorded here. So you can come back and watch it. All right. Okay, I love you guys. Mwah. Take care now. Bye.